Hey, Mark, why don't you answer JT's question? I will, Scully. Hey, JT, I'm going to answer your question. Thanks for the question. So, about my shop card. When I first started my channel, I didn't have any models to take pictures of to make a shop card. So, I drew one out. So, let me go through this. This mountain you see right here is called Rock Rimmon, and I grew up next to Rock Rimmon, and this was 146 to 150 feet tall, and it overlooks the city of Manchester, New Hampshire. That's where I grew up. And this peace sign right here, somebody had spray painted this peace sign, and that is exactly where my brother fell off of this rock back in the summer of '69. And he lived to tell about it, which is amazing. But I grew up climbing this thing, playing around in the back in the woods and building forts. It was a great place to grow up. Plenty of woods. We used to go hunting with our BB guns up there and play a lot of, games. And we were outside all the time. And there was a playground at the base of it, swing sets, monkey bars, basketball courts. We played a lot of basketball over there. In the wintertime, there was a big hill where you could slide down and ski. And they used to make an ice skating rink. And then in the back of this, there was a baseball park. And it was just a really cool place to grow up. There was a public swimming pool at the base of this thing. It was a joy growing up in that area. And so anyways, this Rock Rimmon has a special meaning to me because of all the history I have with this place. And I drew my shop card, obviously, not very well, but the first model car I built was a car, 1956 Thunderbird. It was a custom, and I tried to replicate my boss's one-to-one car. And I gave it to him as a retirement gift. And just prior to that, I don't know, probably less than a year, I had retired. So I was thinking of different things to do. And so a little story. My boss, he used to tell us, listen, we don't want to be the best. We don't want to be the worst. We want to be right in the middle. Don't create any waves. So the next day, one of my coworkers came in with a sign. He hung it up on the door and said, "Welcome to the mediocre maintenance department." So I decided to use that mediocre and add it to my channel, the mediocre modeler. And I told my boss I was going to start my channel and call it the mediocre modeler. So he thought that was cool. He liked the gift. The model came out really nice. And this one I drew and colored it in red because that was the color that I made for him. This one is a gasser because I made a gasser for Glen over at Glen's Models. And when he told everybody, he wasn't feeling well and it's going to, be the end of his channel. I was bummed out because, You know, I like watching his videos, and me and him are a lot alike. We like to fool around and, you know, have a good time. And so anyways, I made this a gasser. And this little guy here is Ziggy. You know, I'll know Ziggy. I'm proud of Ziggy. He came out really cool, you know. Holographic sticker. So with Ziggy, the mediocre modeler, you get the T right here for the, and then you got the M here and the M here for mediocre modeler. So the mediocre modeler. And I named it Ziggy in honor of my uncle, because that was his nickname. And Ziggy in French means little guy. And my uncle was not a little guy. His name was Guy, but he wasn't little. That's for sure. He was a really, really strong, powerful man. And I remember one day trying to squeeze his hand as hard as I could, and he just applied a little bit of pressure, and I went right down to my knees begging him to stop. Excuse me. So in honor of my uncle, I named him Ziggy. So if anybody wants a shop card, I'm going to leave my email address across the screen, because this is too small to read. Basically, I can barely read it myself, and so I'll leave it on the screen. If anybody wants a shop card and a Ziggy sticker, email me. Yeah, so that's basically it. So this one I sent to the Thacker family. I sent 2 of these actually to the Thacker family, and when Terry passed away, our good buddy Terry passed away, there was a collection for him, you know, what do they call those things? Yeah, GoFundMe. That's right. So anyways, I'm not familiar with that, and I just said, I'm gonna mail. I mailed them $20 cash. So I mailed them 2 cards. I put a stamp on this one. I'm going to cover my address, but I put a stamp on this one, a return stamp, and I asked them on the other shop card that if they get this, can they please mail this back to me, so I know they got it. So thank you so much, Mark. It can be the smallest things to mean the most. God bless you and your family. Best regards, the Thacker family. So pretty cool. So I like this. Means something to me, I'm glad the Thacker family received my donation. Rest in peace, my friend, and we all miss you. So, JT, thanks for asking this question, and I got some updates coming up, one on the USAC and the other one on the 50s and 60s on Steely's group build hosted by JT. So stick around. I'm going to have a little more on the video of what I did yesterday. All right? Have a good weekend, everybody. Peace out, and stay tuned. Bye. Probably the most important thing I had to do today was hang up Lisa's ice art. And I like it. It looks really cool. She put some fruit. I think they're pomegranate seeds, I guess. And she put it in the like a cake mold, and had some boiling water to it, so it would freeze clear. Pretty cool. Wonder how long it'll last. The way it's going, probably 3 months. It's been cold up here. Yesterday was like 18, You know, it gets colder, it gets warmer, you know, you never know. It's always changing. But this is Lisa's Valentine's Day art. Aw, what a sweetheart. Furnace. That's the second thing I gotta do. We'll see how this is doing. I used quite a bit of firewood this year. I don't know how many days in January that were below freezing, but I'm sure it was a lot. Yeah, I just loaded it up this morning, so I probably won't have to do it again till, from the looks of it, tomorrow morning. Cool. So I usually try to do it in 3 or 4 passes. We'll get started here. Nice and slow, don't want to break anything. It's a dirt driveway, it's all frozen now though. Oh, this is the other thing I gotta do. I gotta make sure Lisa's able to come home from work. That's my safety belt, I'm not wearing it. I think New Hampshire's the only state in the country you don't have to wear a safety belt if you're older than 18. I usually wear it, but I like to be able to look around when I'm plowing. My neighbor's barn, he just renovated that thing. It's beautiful. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stalls under it. And I don't know, he's got like over 100 acres. It's pretty cool. My big oak tree, double oak.